Welcome to Sipping on Excellence. This is Coach KJ, and I'm here with my man, my dude, the Doc.
And this is where we will be discussing the exceptional that is absolutely attainable. My friends, here's to living that extraordinary life.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. You like how I started out? Like I'm in pause?
Right. And who says that this dude doesn't have issues? But then again, we all got issues.
We all got
right?
issues.
We all got issues.
Issues like Jet. Got more issues than Jet. For everyone else, more issues than Newsweek. How about that?
Man, for real.
Oh, my God.
Most people don't even know about Jet. No. And how many people? Let's welcome them first. Welcome to Sipping on Excellence, y'all. Another episode with Coach KJ
Another
and Doc.
fantastic episode.
We're about to bring it.
Yes.
But it's funny, he talked about Jet. How about this?
What page is the beauty of the week?
I asked you what page. You always went to the center.
Yes. Staple. You go to the staple.
I don't care what anybody says. You always looked at the Jet Beauty of the Week. Then you went back and read the magazine.
Right.
Oh man! I mean, am I lying?
Hey.
Where's the lie?
The beauty of the week put a lot of people on.
Put a lot of people on.
Remember the girl that was in Boys in the Hood? The one that was the girl he met on the Ave?
Yes.
She was
the Jet Beauty?
Yeah, she was, I think, a beauty more than once.
Man, a lot of young black Hollywood at the time was on.
Oh yeah.
Was on Jet Beauty.
Yeah.
Johnson Publishing, man. That's what.
Jet started all off.
Ebony, Black Enterprise.
Right.
Just a bunch, right?
Right.
Good for them. You know, good for them. Welcome, man. This is good.
Y'all welcome.
Welcome all y'all out there.
Y'all welcome.
Radio Land.
I'm saying y'all welcome because what we're about to deliver, y'all are welcome.
We're assuming y'all are saying thank you because you should be saying thank you.
I know. You see I'm a little sweaty, a little moist.
Well, I'm excited because as of yesterday, was it yesterday? As of yesterday, YouTube channel is up and ready for y'all to subscribe.
You who?
YouTube.
You know what? For us, very old and antiquated individuals, we feel good about this. One step at a time.
When we figure shit out, we're like, home run.
Right. It's time to go take a nap.
Right? Small gains for the day. For us, it's a big gain.
Right. And a nap after every victory.
And didn't have anybody teach us. We just kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
Trial and error. And now we're up on podcasts. We're up on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You guys, the first 2 episodes are up. The first 2 episodes for us are up, not the first 2 episodes of the podcast. So I believe Crucial Conversations is up and Work Ethic.
Right.
And then we're just going to go from there.
We'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
Nail biter.
Y'all are, and here's the funny thing. Videos aren't getting edited either. So.
Oh, boy. It's about as raw as it gets.
The audio nor the video, so this is what you get.
Well, at least you'll see why we're always laughing.
Right.
Because we keep it entertaining.
100%, man.
Oh my gosh.
100%. What's going on with you, man?
No, man. Just living a dream, brother. Living a dream.
Every day.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
And sometimes dreaming to live.
Right.
Pushing that cart. Let's go.
I don't want y'all to be mistaken about the beat it up sweat on Coach.
Oh, yeah.
My house ain't hot. That's just him.
It's hot.
It's not hot in here.
It's hot.
It is not hot in here.
Well, you know I did just work out before I got here. So.
Right. That's what I said. It's him. I don't want y'all to think I'm living in an oven and won't keep this cat comfortable.
Know, I just try to get as much done as possible.
Right. I didn't work out at all today yet. So.
Well,
but it's all good, man. It is on me.
You said something interesting earlier, right before we started. You said it is amazing how we can turn it on.
Yeah.
Just, no matter what, it's like I'm not ever going, man, we got to record. Oh, what are we going to talk about? Oh, what? It was like, oh, shit, what are we going to talk about? Oh, what are we going to get to?
Yeah.
What are we going to do? What are we going to talk about today? oh man.
Earlier he walked in and was like, what are we talking about again?
Right.
Because this ought to tell you guys, we don't plan the conversation.
No.
All we do is plan the topic.
No.
And it just
and
it flows.
Fill it in.
We fill in the gaps, and this is what flows for y'all, man.
What my thoughts is thoughts, and we put them together.
Yeah, and hope it comes out as one cohesive conversation, and it'll have its ups and downs. Mm-hmm. Shit may go left, it may go right, but it always comes back to the middle for y'all.
Yeah. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Besides this back being a little sore, I feel
he had
all
a
right,
taste
man.
of oldness.
Dude, why is it talking about old? And you out there know who I'm talking about. Why somebody sent me a DM because of one of my videos? And was like, oh, you becoming a silver fox. I'm like, I'm becoming a what?
A silver fox.
Right.
Is it because of your goatee?
My goatee's great,
Oh,
you know?
man.
And I'm like,
I thought you just slipped in some sugar. That's all.
he got jokes. But I'm like, I'm sitting there like,
Okay.
am I really?
Yeah.
Am I getting old? Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's a difference between getting old and getting older.
100%, man.
Yeah, I mean, you could be old. You could be old at a very young age.
I know some.
I know a lot of them.
You know?
I know.
Who that are rotten inside.
Right.
They don't take care of themselves, they don't take care of their mind, and they just look. I mean, I have patients that come into my office that I see their age, I'm like, damn, I got a decade on you?
Right.
Yeah, and they look 20 years older than me.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, whew.
Yeah.
Genetics and life was not good to you.
Y'all are struggling.
Right?
Jesus.
You was not blessed. I mean, you were, but you wasn't.
Yes, he will.
Blessed to be here, but at this rate, I don't know for how long.
But for me, yes, he will.
Or like DJ Khaled, God did.
Making a lot of money off of that.
Right?
He is killing it.
Dude.
When you get Jay-Z to come out,
When you get him to come out of retirement just to slap some verse on you, man.
and he came with it,
Killed it.
bruh.
There's a reason why people always argue, like, who's the greatest lyricist of all time? Mm-hmm. And Jay-Z lets that argument happen. And then when he's sick of that argument, he comes and drops a verse.
Right.
And the room goes quiet. Like,
Right.
y'all, something else to argue about?
Right.
Because,
And I mean, he was on with Lil Wayne.
dude,
So it's like,
who's another one? You know?
I mean, Lil Wayne patterned himself after Jay.
Dude.
Well, don't write anything. If you're as good as you say you are,
Don't write it down.
Yeah.
Just go off the dome.
Yeah.
And
That's some amazing
you just,
stuff, bro.
That's what I call talent.
Yeah.
You know,
I ain't got it.
not you got different talent.
Yes.
You know, we all got talent. It's just
That
That right
one
there.
is not mine.
right. I can't come off the dome like that with some lyrics.
No.
But we do come off the dome for these topics for y'all. This is not premeditated. It is not really discussed, talked about. We just come. Some of it, like I said, may come off as these fools don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
But if you really listen, you don't have to think we know what we're talking about. It's just our opinions. No
Right.
facts. There'll be some facts thrown in, but our facts are based on what everybody knows to be fact, and then we just give our opinions on those facts. Say that real fast.
Because you know what? Facts are facts. I hate
For all
this.
y'all.
Damn. Oh my goodness, you are struggling.
Nah, hell no, I'm better now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Facts are facts.
Yeah.
This world that we live in, they have these made up facts. Now you can form opinions
Right.
off of the fact. You have a thought about that fact, but you can't change the fact.
I always tell people, because I do a lot of med legal work just for stuff. People want my expert opinion on
Right.
stuff. And I get deposed, and lawyers will always try to ask me the same question like 20 different ways. That's just kind of their nature.
Oh yeah.
And so I always end up telling them, look, no matter how many ways you ask me this, the truth is always going to be the truth, no matter how many times I state it. No matter how many different ways you ask the question,
Right.
the truth is always going to be the truth. So if I stick to the truth, you're not going to trip me up. And if I lie, that lie becomes the truth.
Right.
You know, you don't lie in a legal setting, but sometimes you might have to say a little white lie to people around you to get them to just leave you
Right.
the hell alone. Were you at the grocery store? Nah. Where were you? Man, I was at the barbershop. Give me Kenny's number. Nope.
Yeah.
Why not? Because he doesn't like to answer his phone, so why would I waste my time giving it to you? And 20 years from now, you ask me that same question, where are you? I was at the barbershop. Give me Kenny's number.
Nope. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Shit. Oh man. But dude, let's get into the sip of the day, and then I got a story to tell you about what's wrong with y'all. And this not gonna have a lot to do with the topic. Let's talk about the what's wrong with y'all before we get into the sip.
Okay. I'm down with that because I was gonna say actually it might have something to do with the topic because it's a brotherhood.
Yes.
So
that's why we felt something. Yeah. So I don't know if y'all out there saw this recent clip. Again, it's the boys in blue just getting too aggressive and another brother losing his life. Yeah. The clip that's out there in social media right now shows this guy who, and this background, this guy may have been, going through a little bit of a mental crisis, but he's walking down the street here in LA and carrying a backpack, got his hands in his pockets. There's 2 cop cars or one?
There were 2 cop cars.
2 cop cars, and then cops on foot walking behind him. And they kept saying, take your hands out of your pockets, right? And when he takes his hands out of his pockets, one of the cops who's walking next to the other cop says, oh, it's not a gun, bro.
Right.
Like that, right? And so they keep telling him to stop and put down what he had in his hands. Now, he's getting ready to go across the intersection, the street, and the cop car that pulls up beside him, the cop fires through the passenger window, shoots him down, kills him. At what point, and this is what gets me fired up, at what point was it lawful or justified to shoot this kid?
Especially when you identified
that he did not have a gun.
And when you guys are all on the same call, don't they receive the same message?
Yes. It's not a gun, bro. It's clear as day. It's not like it's muffled. It's not like nobody heard it. We all heard it clear as day on the body cams. Yep. It's not a gun, bro. And then pop, pop, pop. Shoots this dude dead in the middle of the street. Right. Why? Walking while black with some mental health issues. And cops looking to pull a trigger. I don't care what anybody says, man. You pulled out your gun, you've already decided you're going to shoot.
Oh, most definitely.
Because I'm just curious.
Sorry.
Once you said it's not a gun, bro, why wasn't the gun holstered and you pull out your taser? It's not a gun, bro. My life's not threatened. Put the gun down.
Right.
And why is the cop in his car? He wasn't threatened. Why was the cop in his car shooting out the window?
Right.
Just looking to shoot somebody.
Yeah. It's
hunting season on black men again. And people wonder why we talk about being black men so often, because the odds were against us to reach, I'm 50 in a couple months. The odds were against me reaching this age.
Oh, I know. Remember when you turned 20, what was it, 26, 27?
I hit 25 and I was like, whew, I beat the odds.
I did too.
I beat the odds. Because I'm not in jail and I'm not dead, so I beat the odds.
Right.
Now, double that? Shit, I've lived 2 lifetimes then. I wouldn't say I've lived 2 lifetimes free. I just lived 2 lifetimes not incarcerated.
Right.
Difference.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, right?
It's our state of affairs, bro.
And it just
state of affairs.
It's not going to ever get better.
It's never going to dial down.
It's never going to get better because the people who are allowed to actually join the police academy, the criteria will never change.
I'm telling you, you have to watch that documentary I was telling you about.
Okay.
You'll be surprised. You'll see the timeline, and we're not talking back to back in the Civil War. We're talking about right at the civil rights, right before the civil rights.
So 60s.
Yeah, the 50s, late 50s, 60s.
Okay.
About Los Angeles going through its process, its time leading up to the riots in '92. So they took you through the riots in '65.
Right.
After, yeah. And how it started, what happened.
After MLK got killed.
Yeah. And then leading up to, no, it was before. MLK was
MLK was
65. MLK was 68.
68. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Malcolm was 65.
Gotcha.
Malcolm, Watts riots that summer, because it was like over 100 some degrees outside.
Okay.
It was super hot.
And then MLK.
And then MLK. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, but it's called Burn Motherfucker Burn.
And you wonder,
heavy.
And you wonder why people say, we as black men are fed up. We've been fed up since I was born. We were fed up before. My parents were fed up. Yeah. So if the generations before are fed up and things have not gotten better, why would you think that I'm not going to be fed up?
Right.
Oh, you have it good. You have a great job. People respect you.
We are inherently fed up.
Yes. People are like, oh, people respect you guys. Whatever.
Because what
you
happens,
respect me to a point.
As a child, you're greeted with, okay, this is what you do when you start driving. Okay, this is what you do if they pull you over, if you're walking. And you're greeted with the responses that you need to have. And you're still not given the promise that you'll walk away okay.
And here's the funny thing. Will it ever get to a point where people aren't surprised that we're well-spoken? Will they get to a point where they're not surprised that we're educated?
You mean you speak good for a black man?
Yeah. Will they ever not be surprised? No. Will they ever not be surprised at success?
No.
Will it be the norm, or okay, cool, you should be successful because you've done this, and this? Not, wow, you're successful.
And then you have the flip side that everybody should be okay because you do have Denzel and Oprah.
We've given you a couple.
Yeah, and then Obama now. So
right.
We have those three.
We gave you guys Obama, so y'all should be happy.
Yeah.
Well, stop shooting us on the street. We'll be even happier.
Yeah.
It's simple. I don't ask a lot, man.
They're still everyday people.
Yeah, I don't ask a lot. Just don't shoot me. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot anybody that looks like me. Unless a gun gets pointed at you, don't shoot.
Yeah.
Easy to say. When there's 20 of y'all around and there's a dude with a knife, really?
A pocket knife.
Really?
A lot of times.
And this dude didn't even have a knife.
Right.
Nothing. Piece of metal or something in his hand.
Yeah.
But anyhow, let's get to today's topic, man. Then we'll talk about why we're drinking what we're drinking.
Yeah.
So,
and I was going to say the topic does relate to what we're talking about because we're going to talk about friendship.
Yes.
And talking about friendship, there's also a brotherhood.
Yes.
And you're looking at the brotherhood of those cops.
Yes.
They stick together.
They absolutely stick together.
They ride together hard.
So we thought we would talk to you guys today about friendship, the value of friendship, kind of what that even means, how that term, that's my friend, is overused. There's people out there who met somebody once and be like, so I got this friend that does this. That's not your friend.
Well, we're friends.
I met you one time. Mm-hmm. How does that make us friends?
Right.
We're not even associates because we don't associate. But people use that term when they're trying to make themselves important, meaning, I met Michael Jackson one. Yeah, I got this friend who, no, you don't. He's not your friend. You met him once. He's not your friend. But so our topic today it revolves around friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood, camaraderie. How do we develop those relationships? What's the value in it? What does it mean? And we decided to today come at you guys with a little something different. We're going to take it to where civilization began.
Arguably,
where civilization began. We're going to take it to the Horn of Africa, and we're going to drink Tej. This is a honey wine. It comes from Ethiopia, Eritrea, and it's a simple national drink of Ethiopia that is made from 3 simple ingredients: water, honey, and gesha, which is this medicinal. I can't even say medicinal.
Speak it, doctor. Speak it.
And it gets fermented, and it's usually made at home.
Yeah.
And depending on how long it's fermented and all of that, it has an alcohol content of maybe 7 to 10%. But we decided to drink this today because in Ethiopian culture, this is a very social drink. It's done at social gatherings, festivals, and this is a social gathering every week with this cat. And now it's a social gathering every week with you guys. And so with that, man, honey wine.
So go find you some
Tej,
cash.
cheers.
Oh, will you listen?
Oh, let Crystal player. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's different. But
It's a good different though.
Yeah, it is absolutely. And what we thought we would do, going forward at times, we're going to bring cocktails, beverages, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, that represent different parts of the world, because now we have 15 different countries that have been downloading, people in 15 different countries around the world downloading our podcast.
Yeah, we want to start bringing them in.
We want to start being inclusive, and places where we've been, places that we've experienced, cultures that have taught us something, we're going to bring it to you guys. And so, Tej, honey wine, social contracts, social drink.
Oh, I like that, social contracts.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Let's be merry.
Let's be friends.
What about your friends?
I got a better one for you.
What?
Friends.
How many of us have
How
them?
many of us have them? Let's be friends.
Ones you can depend on.
Friends.
I saw them live.
Dude, one of my first concerts
Yes, same here.
was at the St. Lucie County Civic Center.
So you were, what, 13?
God,
14?
maybe.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I was 13.
It
14.
was
Yeah.
it was Whodini. It was Magic Mike.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Smurf Rock. You remember that one, right?
Yes, I do.
Who was with him? Couple other of those Florida rappers.
Yeah.
But you growing up in a town that's that big.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah. So I went. It was Whodini.
Yeah.
It was Run DMC. It was LL. It was Beastie Boys.
Oh, that's because you was in LA.
Yeah.
None of those was coming to
but-
Fort Pierce.
I don't-
Whodini was the headline for me.
But I didn't finish the concert. Nobody finished the concert because it was known as the biggest riot at a concert.
Oh,
It was a
really?
Crip and Blood rivalry that ended up immersing inside the stadium and just chairs flying,
Yeah.
everything.
That was
It was insane. There's a documentary I saw recently, and the guy was talking about that concert. And I'm like, explaining why. It's like, I was there, oh my God, And of course, I didn't see anything until I was like 16 after that.
Right.
It was
Your mom was like, you ain't
I let
going
you
nowhere."
free one time, and this is what happens. Like, it's my fault.
Right. You started that whole shit. You throwing out red bandanas and blue bandanas saying, let's start something.
Nah.
But you just, it's crazy how those moments are so nostalgic.
Oh, the funniest part about it was I call him a triple OG. I don't even remember his name, from our neighborhood that saw me. He said, "Hey, cuz, you need to get on home." I said, "I will."
Yes, sir.
He saw me. He was like, "Hey, you need to get up out of here, cuz." I was like, "Okay,
I'm out.
bye now, bye."
Right? Good looking out.
He was a friend,
Yeah, right?
a friend indeed.
Your friend was like, you gotta go.
Yeah, man.
But let's get into the thick of this, man.
I like it.
Friendship. Tell me what friendship is actually what it means to you.
It's just a mutual bond. It's a mutual bond on many levels. It harnesses the good, but also you share in those darker moments with each other. You're able to share on all levels and just be honest, brutally honest, in order for you guys to advance.
Yeah.
Never, ever is it just like one-sided, it's like me versus him or whatever. I'm giving my time and he's not showing up. And he's my friend, but he's not really being a friend to me or whatever. It is a mutual bond. You guys sharing moments,
But you
grow
you
together.
can there are times when you can be a friend to someone else and them not be a friend to you.
And I would say I'm being friendly.
Yeah. And so, or I didn't realize they weren't being a friend to me until I realized it was all one-sided.
Right.
And then I realized that it wasn't really a true friendship. It was, you need me for some shit, and so I'm around as long as you need me.
Right.
When you don't need me, I don't hear from you. You know?
Know
And
that one.
Oh, for sure. No, I got a couple of those around.
We have a mutual one. We know.
Right? And when you think about it, that meaning of friendship, and I know this is very cliche that people say all the time, but friends truly are the family that you get to choose.
Wow.
You know, you don't choose your brothers and sisters, your families, because I got family members or people who don't like their siblings or don't like their parents.
Yeah.
Those don't necessarily, just because he's my brother doesn't mean he's my friend.
Right.
It just so happens I got lucky and I got siblings that are also my friends. So I doubly win. And then I got people who don't share the same bloodline as me, but are just as close.
Right.
You know, and so how do you separate those two? You don't. They just become family that you weren't born with.
Yeah.
And to me, that's probably the biggest definition of friends. I know I've thrown that around. Oh, that's just a friend of mine. Not really thinking.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's just easy to say that's just a friend of mine.
It's an easy word,
You know?
because it's a gracious word. It's like, oh yeah, it's a friend. You speak it lightheartedly. So,
But if I peeled it back, would I say, if somebody really asked me, hey, is this dude or this woman really your friend? I'd be like, nah, we're cool. Which is different, right? If I say, hey man, we cool, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm your friend. It just means we're cool. You know?
Yeah.
I think one of the things, the defining moments about friendship is when that person is at their lowest, can they depend on you to carry that load? You know, because it's easy for everybody to be around you when you're winning because it makes everybody feel good.
but when you say carry that load, what do you mean?
I mean, I'm struggling. Can you help carry my bags for me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm carrying a lot. Can you just, whatever you need to offload on me, just have a conversation, whatever it may be, can you help carry that load? I'm not talking about, do you have a friend that's gonna pay your bills and all that? No, it's just, my life is heavy. Can you help make it a little lighter?
Yeah.
You know, and your friends should be able to be there for you for that, you know. I will say that I learned who my real friends were, like my true friends. I realized who they were when I was sick. And I look at the people that came to me without me asking, because you know me, I'll ask for shit.
Right.
And there are people who knew, who did not call me, did not step foot in my house, did not say, hey, is there anything you need? Can I help you? And there are people who were my friends that I didn't tell, but once they found out, just boom. Like you didn't know, and then when I told you, you're like, all hands on deck, let's go. You know? And that's, to me, was important because there are people who knew, who I didn't hear from until I got better. Oh, well, I didn't want to see you like that, really. But you're my
Really?
friend. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
I'm like, but you're my friend.
Yeah, I know.
You know, some of my closest friends, I woke up out of surgery and they were in my hospital room trying to help me get out of bed.
Wow.
Brought me the next day some other friends who showed up to my house, put food in my fridge without me even asking.
Wow.
Yeah, just came over, opened the door.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
I know I'm saying this out loud, so don't call me. But I'm that guy that people call
Yeah.
when they're moving. And I'll go, okay, what time? And I'm there, open arms, let's go.
I'm gonna tell you like this. All y'all out there who know me.
Don't call me.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this. if you're my friend, you won't ask me to help you move because I ain't lifting shit. I'm gonna let you know now. If you call me and say you're moving and you need help, I'm gonna say, let's go to Home Depot and pick up some dudes.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you.
That's your.
I'm gonna help you.
That's your help consideration.
I'm gonna help you, but
that's your form of help.
now
Makes sense.
rewind 20 years.
Yeah.
We lifting couches. We doing what we gotta
Right.
do.
Right.
And if I'm your friend, know that if I ask you, you better not hesitate because I didn't hesitate when you asked me.
Yeah.
And provide the pizza and beer. We there.
Yeah, I think I learned about my friends, especially when I was going through my divorce.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it got real. You know, it's like I always say, you know, you have that first conversation. This also helped me understand about language and learning to say things that have value and that are progressive versus staying in that negative space.
Right.
Because when you're going through a divorce, it's, you know, you're a little down and out. You know, so when you introduce, they say, hey, how you doing? You go, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, okay. Second time, hey. Right. And you sound the same way. They're not calling that third time. They're just like.
But what they should be doing when you're down, they should be calling you and just being outright not, hey, how you doing? Because they know how you're doing.
Yeah.
They should be calling you and be like, hey, what can I help you with today?
Right.
You know, hey, you're going through some shit. Dude, let's go grab a drink or let's go grab some food and just chop it up.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. I'm not going to call you and say, how are you? When I just asked you yesterday and you felt like you got kicked in the nuts. That swelling didn't go down the next day.
Right.
So I just want to be like, hey, man, I know you were down yesterday. Let's get out the house.
Yeah. But that also did help me nip it in the bud too. It was like, okay, I can't live in this space.
Yeah.
I can't keep coming out and, you know, hey, because like I said, I don't know always who are the true friends.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so.
And one thing I've noticed too is because it's so easy to communicate these days, it's easy
Too many avenues
to communicate these days. If I am always the one reaching out to say hello, and if I don't reach out to you, I don't hear from you for weeks, then clearly we're not friends. Or at least because you're not that busy. We've talked about this on other shows. You're not so busy that you just, hey, I thought about you today, click.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Doesn't
Hope you're well. Done. There's no big conversation with that. I'm not asking you to call me. I'm not calling you. I'm just reaching out, hey, thought about you today, hope you're well. Done.
I mean, you think about us, like when you hurt your back, and you're just like, yeah, you know, I'm like, yeah. How's your back doing? What's going on?
It's just
where you at?
Yeah,
where you at with that?
I'm bringing you some ice.
Yeah.
You know, but it's one of those things where people can't get past themselves. I'm so busy, and then you say, oh well, you've crossed my mind a lot lately. Mm-hmm. I don't know that. I can't. I'm not in your head.
Right.
You know, and this is with people who are patients or people that are friends of mine or whatever it may be. You know, I always tell people sometimes, you know what, we've become friends, so act like one.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you treat your friends, but at some point in time, treat me like that if you consider me your friend. Because if I call you my friend, there's nothing that I won't do for you if it's within my power. My friendship has no boundaries. My friendship isn't conditional.
Right.
If you're an associate and you're on the periphery, then that shit comes with conditions.
Yeah.
Meaning I get to you when I got time.
Yeah. That's where I call it being friendly.
Yeah, I'm friendly with you. It's friendship. If it's not mutually beneficial, it doesn't have to be all the time.
Right.
If you're an associate and you're around me because of business or because of something, or you're a friend of a friend, that and the other, I'll do for you what I can when I can. If you're my friend, I'll do for you what I can at any moment in time. Yeah. I drop stuff, I'll put stuff aside because you need me.
Right. You're going to figure out that timetable.
For sure.
You're going to make it happen.
For sure. That's that inner circle. Yeah. And, you know, as I've gotten older, I've realized that inner circle has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller.
It gets pretty tight.
And you realize too, you know, all friendships weren't meant to last forever.
Yeah.
I have friends that were friends of mine when I was a kid who I don't even speak to now, but they were my friend in that moment, you know? And I always tell people, I think of my life like a symphony, an orchestra, and you're in, say, Pantages or something like that, you know, or you're at the Hollywood Bowl. Not everybody was meant to sit stage side, front row. You know, every relationship in your life, people have to sit in their seat.
Right.
You know, early on in your life, your family, that's all that's in the front row, is because you don't know anybody else.
Yeah.
As you gain life experience, you meet people, you work with, you date, you do all these different things. There are people who have front row tickets, but now their tickets aren't that valuable anymore. So you got to move them to the balcony, and some are meant to sit outside and watch it on the big screen.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's still going to watch your life as it proceeds, but it just depends on, do they get a backstage pass?
Right.
You know, there's going to be that close-knit group that does. The rest gets just to watch it unfold. They don't even get a thank you for coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you just have to know where those people are meant to sit. And I think that's the mistakes most people make. They try to push everybody into the front row.
Right.
And when you let too many people get to know you, it becomes a problem.
Right.
Not everybody should know how you move.
Yeah, I look at it as like some friends are like vessels.
Yep.
You know, they travel, they carry you to that next stage of your life.
Yeah.
Some people are on the long ride. You're just gonna have those that
are just there.
They're there. They're gonna be on the vessel with you.
Yep.
But some people are just, they're vessels. You learn something from that situation, learn something that you love, learn something that you hate, and you take those things that you are willing to deal with. You know, you learn your boundaries.
You know,
you learn your space.
I'm a fan of analogies. Train line.
Yeah.
There's going to be some people that get on the ride from the beginning and ride it till the train stops.
Right.
Other people are going to get off the train at various stop points in your life. And that's okay.
Yeah.
They were meant to take that ride for short spurts. Some get on later in life and ride it to the end. Some ride in the beginning, get off at different stops. But it's when that train stops. Who's in that car when the train stops? Those are your true friends, no matter when they got on.
Yeah.
You know? And I think people out there lose that concept, you know, and they don't understand how important that is, or that feeling of, I got to make everybody my friend. Not everybody has good intentions. You know, most people are using you for what you can do for them, especially in this city. I mean, look at where we grew up. And I call myself early childhood growing up in Florida. I grew up as an adult in Los Angeles because I was here 21 to 25 and then 32 on, 31 on. So I spent my formative years as an adulthood here. Yeah. And what you realize is that people around this city and this town, they're always wondering who you know, what do you do, what can you do for me?
Yeah, it's not a friendship. It's how can I partner with you?
Right.
How can I get something?
Right. How can I get something from you? Instead of thinking, how can I bring something to you that's of value?
Right.
My companionship. And my brother and I were talking about this the other day, how, you know, we all have friends, and you consider people in your circle because they provide something of value to you. You know, I'm not talking about monetary value. My friends that I have provide companionship, conversation. We enjoy each other's company. We can go have dinner. We can have drinks. We can do a podcast. We can be stupid together, you know, and not get sick of each other. But I could not talk to somebody for weeks and pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's up?
It's like you never stop talking to them.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine that got on the train early on. I've known her, met her the first day of college. So I was 17 at the time.
Okay.
Her birthday's 2 weeks before mine. And we went through a period of 13 years of not seeing each other because after college, we saw each other in college every day. Mm-hmm. Then med school, residency, she gets married, has kids, all this stuff, moves around the country. And her and I would talk all the time, you know, once a month or every couple of weeks, something like that. but never didn't see her. And the minute the minute I was able to see her, it was like nothing ever happened, And it's funny because I remember my friends and I from here, there was a group of about 8 of us for my 40th birthday. We all went to the DR.
Okay.
And 8 of her friends, her and her husband, her friends, went to the DR.
Dominican Republic for all of you.
Yeah, sorry.
This one, the DR.
Anyhow. But we're all hanging out, and she walks up to me. She rented this house, and we came over from the resort to hang out at her house. And I'm sitting by the pool, whatever, hanging out. She comes and sits on my lap, and we're just having a drink. One of my friends came to me, and she's like, "Do you think that's being disrespectful to her husband?" I was like, "Her husband is sitting next to me." I'm like, I'm the reason they got married.
Yeah.
We went through all that. And they're like, I'm like, if he's not tripping, why are you?
Yeah.
It's just because you don't understand my friendship. And our friendship doesn't mean that I'm doing something wrong, you know? And so that's just it. People try to place judgment on how you are with your friends based on how they treat their friends.
Right.
And don't look at my friendship and say, I want that. No, get your own, because I treat every individual in my life very different. Mm-hmm. There's no cookie cutter stencil for friendship,
What do you think, and then I was thinking about this, what do you think about the phrase where they say you are the middle, or what point where you are within your top 5 of your friends? Do you think that is about friendship, or is that more about association, friendliness? When they say, oh, if you're in the middle of your friends and they're at whatever level in their life, and are you like in the middle of that where you're actually able to gain something out of it, or are you at the bottom, or are you at the top? Do you need to start looking for another 5 friends because where you stand with that friendship? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think with all my friends that are my closest friends, I think every conversation I have with them, I gain something from.
Okay.
And so there's no frivolous conversation. There's no, okay, this is as far as I can go because I get nothing from them anymore.
Okay.
Because with my friends, I always grow as a person.
Yeah.
It may not be financially beneficial to me. It may not help me create businesses, but realistically, I separate friends from business.
Gotcha.
If you're a friend of mine that I'm doing business with, when we're working on a project, your friendship lets me know that I could probably trust you a little more, but it won't stop this from progressing.
Right.
And if you're my friend and you're not carrying your weight in the business, I'm like, dude, you're out.
Yeah.
We're still cool, but I just can't do business with you.
Right.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
And if you, as a friend, you'll understand, like, yeah, I'm not carrying my weight, and I'm not going to do it. There's a buddy of mine who was in sales and just couldn't do what I needed him to do, so I stopped using him. We're still cool, but I stopped using him. Like, you can't sell me anything because you don't know how.
Right. Right.
Does that make us not friends anymore? Nah, it just means I'm not doing business with you.
Yeah. What made me think about that, because I have a friend and she's doing very well.
Yeah.
And she's the top of the girls that she hangs out with.
Yeah.
But the girls that she hangs out with are now starting to kind of pull her down, and she's not gaining from that friendship. And they're reliant on her to make them happen, versus they have their part in making things happen. This one has this part in making things happen. You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
but that means they're not friends.
Yeah.
And so the reason why I say that is because she's at the top of the food chain
Yeah.
in that group,
Yeah.
right? But if she's the one who's gathering, like in a lion pride, if she's the one who hunts and gathers all the meat, then the other lionesses should go and make sure we're safe around the plane. Or should be, you know what, when you go hunt, I got you back over here. When you come back home, I'm gonna help you prepare the meat that you brought home, or whatever it may be. If you're just always waiting for me to take care of you, then you're not my friend.
That's right.
If you're always waiting for, we're gonna go out tonight, where are we going? Well, where do you wanna go?
Right.
Well, how about you choose? And even if you're like, you know what, I would love to go out, but I don't have the money to go out and hang the way that you like to hang. It'll be up to me to say, okay, well, where would you like to go? Or, don't worry about it, I got it. But at least you're letting it known, not just showing up and expecting every time you're in my, because I'm saying this now because it affects me as well. Every time you're in my presence, that I just got the bill.
Yeah.
That's not.
And all that goes back to communication.
Absolutely. Now, if I know where the station you are in life and the things I like to do, you just can't do it, but I enjoy hanging with you, dude, come on, let's go. I got this.
Right.
Not a big deal. You don't have to reach because I got it and I know this is going to put a burden on you. Don't worry about it. What you bring to that, I'm bringing the money to that situation. You're bringing the companionship, the camaraderie, the jokes, the whatever it may be. So you're adding value to the experience of life. But if you're not adding value to the experience of life and all you're going to do is bitch and moan about it, I put a post up the other day about this. You know, why people in your circle, when they see you succeed, they don't want to congratulate you. They want to point out your faults. Yeah, he's doing well, but why is there always got to be a but?
I always say everybody got a but.
Yeah.
And it's behind you.
Yeah. You know, and I'm just like, why do you have to?
Yeah.
Why do you have to always point out the negative instead of just saying, you know what, dude, I'm happy for you. Let's go celebrate. Or all right, cool. How do I get there?
Yeah. How do I get there? Or what can I do to help you with that? Because you're doing so well. What can I be of assistance to you?
You're doing these 10 things. Hey, how about I take this off your plate? Let me figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back to you with some thoughts. And then maybe we can partner on this aspect because you didn't think of that. Cool. That means you're thinking.
And you're like, I didn't even think about that. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. You're
means,
showing up for me.
And in turn, you're showing up for yourself.
That's right.
You know, but as a friend also, I can't expect you to be my friend when you can't be a friend to yourself.
Ooh. You hit him on the head with that one, Doc. I wasn't ready.
You know,
That's true, though.
I can't expect you to treat me well if you don't know how to treat yourself well.
Yeah.
You know, I can't expect you to understand me when you don't understand you, and then get mad when I don't understand you.
Right.
I need you to be able to help me figure you out, or at least get a better understanding of you by you taking the time to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not here to take care of you. I'm here to take care of our friendship. That's different.
That's like what we had about crucial conversations. It's a crucial conversation you're able to share with that friend so that way you can feed them with the things they need to know to move forward in their life. And now if they're just taking, or they're negating, you're like, yeah, no, let me pull back from this situation or this scenario because this is not working for either one of us.
Friends don't take.
No.
Friends try as much as possible to give.
Yep.
You know, in whatever aspect they can. And I feel friends are just trying to live in your space. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to make it a shared space that is mutually beneficial as much as can be. And that's what a true friendship should revolve around.
When you said that, it made me think about, remember Fat Albert in the Gang? And every time something great happens, and they go, yeah, woo, and they're in the background, but they're all friends and they're celebrating
and that
each
was
other.
that message he was trying to portray.
Yeah.
Good old Cosby was trying to portray some good thoughts.
I mean,
he did practice what he preached for sure, but you know, you have to be able to celebrate the wins and you have to be able to be there for the losses.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're that friend who is there during a loss, it makes that loss less painful.
Of course.
You know, but if you're like, whew, shit, I'm glad it wasn't me. Then, of course, when you win, your friend's gonna be like, screw that.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not gonna want to be there for you because you can't expect people to always just be there for you.
Yeah.
Show up for somebody else.
Think about, and we've talked about this before, that time when Kevin Hart went to Vegas.
Yeah.
And they didn't show up for him.
Nope.
And
He asked him.
And the one that did was the one that was taking.
Yes.
And
that's how it's a hard lesson to learn about friendship. Hard lesson. And they were all kicking themselves for like, damn, my wife didn't want me going. You should have said, my boy's on a plane. My brother tells me this all the time. He's like, if it's you or somebody else, and his wife didn't want him to go to Vegas, look, I can't let him go by himself.
Yeah.
That's my boy. I gotta watch his back.
Right.
You and I can discuss this when I get back. We're gonna be all right. We might fight about it, but we're gonna be all right. I gotta take care of my boy. Done.
Right.
You know, if I'm in trouble somewhere and I'm like, Kenny, can you come? I just need you here for a minute.
All right.
If he's like, dude, for real, and I say yes, he knows I'm not. I would never do that.
Just like when you call.
Yeah.
When you call, I answer because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, it's like I'm not one that's gonna ever ask for anything. So if I do, people know it's for real.
Yeah.
It's not, give me this, give me this, give me this. It's, dude, I kind of need something.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember when I first reached out to this dude years ago when I first started training with him. It was, I'm at my lowest point, man. What do you need? I don't know. I just need you to come to my office and let's talk. You know?
Right. And he still didn't tell me.
Yeah, he came to my office and I was like, here's what just happened, because he didn't know I was sick. And I was like, here's what just happened. And he was like, all right, well, I guess we just gonna start at the beginning. And literally that's what he said. He's like, let's just,
Because you're not in that space of you're in the space of where you were and then the possibility of what you want, but you're still not figuring out exactly where.
And
I'm not going to feed you with that negativity. I'm going to take you, oh, okay.
and I still hadn't finished treatment yet.
Yeah.
And so I was getting to that point where I was gonna be done. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm finishing treatments. Next month we can start. He's like, let's just start from the beginning. And I was like, okay. No questions asked. It's just how you feeling every day. And here we are 5 years later, a little over 5 years later. Every time I see him, how you feeling today? It's the same thing. We don't train 3 days a week, we train one, but every single time, how you feeling?
Yeah.
And that's what becomes more than just a profession. It's more of a friendship and actually giving a shit like, all right, how you doing? How was your week? How was this? People who are genuinely asking because they care about the answer will have a different tone, will have a different mindset, as opposed to saying, hey, what's up, how you doing? And then don't even listen to your answer.
You're off to the next
They're
thing.
off to the next, yeah, because they were just asking because that's what's natural. Hi, how you doing? Let me talk about me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And that's what people do. But a true friend be like, hey, how you doing? And wait for your answer. Like, you gonna tell me?
Funny you say that. I was thinking about one of my clients, her husband, who has this forethought. I can't explain it. Any case, so he sees his neighbor, instead of saying, good morning, hey, how you guys doing? Hey, how long have you guys been married? He said, hey, how long y'all been married? I'm like, dude, why don't you warm them up? You know, get it a little warm and cozy. And that's probably why they don't really like to speak to him that much. But it's like, you can't just go right in.
No.
You have to warm people up. You have to be a part of and make them feel a part of.
And I always say, too, just because you work with people every day, don't mean you have to make them your friends. Like for me, very few people I work with will I actually consider sort of a friend. Very, very few.
Yeah.
You know? And you learn that friends, family, and money don't mix. At all.
No.
That you gotta keep that shit separate.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with friends and family, you deal with friends and family and let them know you're still my friends and family. But when it comes down to money and stuff, that's what it is.
I have a statement I used to make with a lot of clients. I said, I can be your friend before our hour and after our hour. In between, I might be friendly to you, but I'm not your friend when we're training.
Don't believe that. He ain't friendly when we're training. Trust me when I say
I am
there are
giving friendly
strong feelings
thoughts.
of dislike
I'm giving friendly thoughts and
when
advice.
he's laughing like
And
that.
friendly
while I'm
energy.
slushing around that big green.
But I said
sack of
friendly.
water.
Friendly. Friendly comes with a certain oomph to it,
Yeah,
but it's not a friend. I'm not there as a friend then. No.
but that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You're trying to accomplish a goal,
Yeah.
and your friend is going to push you, but your friend is also going to have some empathy and feel sympathetic towards you and may hold back. So if I'm pushing you towards the goal, I'm gonna turn the friend button off and I'm gonna push you.
Yeah.
Because now you need me to be your motivator, your inspiration, your coach, your foot to the ass.
Yeah.
You know, because I know as your friend, I know that's what you need, but as your friend, I can't deliver that. So I got to turn off the friend button to really put foot to ass.
But also, as a friend, you know what that person's capable of.
Oh, for sure.
So that's why you're putting your foot in the ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to.
100%. You know, I have a friend of mine also who I've known her 20 years, and she used to always say this: if I ever had somebody in my family or me injure my back, she's like, I don't know that I could let you operate on me. And I was like, why? She's like, because if something went wrong, I wouldn't want it to hurt our friendship. And I was like, I understand that, but then is our friendship really that strong? So this is what I told her. I was like, she's like, could you operate on a family member or one of your friends, since you say friends or family? And I absolutely said 100%, and here's why. Because if I fix your back and something goes wrong, I know that I did everything possible within my power to prevent that from happening. Mm-hmm. If I give you a recommendation to go to somebody else and something happens, I'm always gonna feel like I could have done better. I'm always gonna feel like I could have done that without that happening. And so that will put a bigger strain on our friendship, because I will have this guilt of, why didn't I just do it myself? And so when I had that,
I can see that.
One of my closest friends, my brother and I, you know, operated on his mom. She was like a second mom to us. Mm-hmm. We flew her out here from Florida and was like, let's go. We had didn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
If my mom needed surgery, guess who's operating on her? Me and my brother, if it's legal.
Right.
If Gino needs surgery, guess who's operating on her? Me.
Oh,
if
yeah.
I need surgery, guess who's cutting me? Him.
Oh, yeah.
It's that simple.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And he's like, and people were like, would you put that pressure on him? I was like, anybody who knows me in the spine world, anywhere in this country, there's going to be pressure on them because of who I am.
Yeah.
My brother is going to, I know he's good at what he does. Everybody, because I operate with him. Everybody else just has a good reputation. I've never seen their skill firsthand. I know his skill. And I'd be like, hands down, you are one of the best. So fix my shit.
And I would think for you guys.
And know that if you mess up, you got the rest of your life to deal with me.
You guys are so particular. I wouldn't go to anybody else. Extremely particular.
Absolutely have to be.
Yeah. Too detailed.
When you're dealing with people's lives, you got to be particular.
Yeah, man.
But,
you know,
but
that's
yeah,
why I always ask you. Like, that's such a gift. You come out of that he's like every single day. Every
time. And I think
God did.
Woo, didn't expect that one. Man.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh, for sure, man. But I think, you know, friendship has a deeper meaning than people are willing to give it. And people take it for granted a lot.
Uh-huh.
People take advantage of their friends a lot. And people hate on their friends a lot. You know, when it should be, take advantage of the friendship by saying, you know what? You help me, I'm helping you. I'm here for you, you're here for me. Don't hate on your friends. Congratulate your friends. You know, and just understand that there comes a certain point in your life where you probably have met all of your closest friends. Because these are friendships that's developed over decades.
Right.
You know, you don't meet somebody today and they're your best friend tomorrow. I didn't meet somebody last night and said, you know what, I got this new friend. No. I met this person, they seem cool, you know, whatever.
It's organic, man.
You know,
organic
like
development.
Yesterday, met a dude at lunch. Happens to be a frat brother of mine.
Right.
But that's not a friendship that we developed. It's a common bond that we share because we went through the same shit to get to where we are, and we can both relate, so that gives us a starting point that most people don't have.
Right.
Most people, to develop a friendship, you gotta have a common bond of something. You know, there's gotta be something that draws you together to start down the path towards friendship. You don't start as a friend the first day. you're all working on that path to become a friend, and a lot of people then stop there.
Yeah.
What you need to realize is you don't stop there once you become a friend. You should be always working towards being a better friend.
Yeah.
And it's that simple.
Yeah. I mean, friendships they're always introduced with a level boundary.
Oh, for
and
sure.
then that boundary's stretched. It's stretched. It goes a little bit further. You find out more. There are things that you're just not going to know about a person.
No, you start peeling back the layers like the layers of an onion.
Yeah.
You know? And then you get to the center. You're like, all right, now I know this person, I think. But the beautiful thing about life is that people are consistently changing and evolving and growing. So your friendship should be consistently changing, evolving, and growing. If it's not, then it's not really true friendship, and you aren't winning. It's that simple, man. It's God, man, I love these conversations. They actually make us all think, and they make us really, really want to understand more about one another. You know, Coach.
Man, what?
This was a good one.
You know what I love about it is
I'm
for
jazzed
him,
about
this is his opportunity to really release. I try to balance it out, but it's his opportunity to really release. These moments come, and
I just gotta talk.
I gotta let him have it, man. Cause
I just gotta talk, man. But where they gonna find you, man?
Man, they're gonna find me at Coach KJ Knows on Instagram. Coach KJ Knows on Instagram and CoachKJ.com. Have questions, hit me up. Where they gonna find you, guys?
Man, at Leonel Hunt on Instagram, and you're gonna find me Leonel Hunt. You're gonna find me on huntspine.com. We also, you guys,
Spell it right.
Yeah, please,
Man.
right? We also have the Sipping on Excellence website, which is podcastsoe.com. You'll find everything Coach and Doc. You know, everything about us y'all want to know, and we have a YouTube channel, yo.
YouTube.
Sipping on Excellence. Just
We
look up
out.
Sipping on Excellence.